Hello everyone and welcome to another Lego Minecraft review. This review is gonna be about a set that is based on an update that has happened like a few years ago, but since Minecraft Live is happening later today, I am going to reveal it to actually show you guys more of what past updates have really come to be when it comes to making sets that are as grand as this. This set has actually been one of the sets that I have been trying to find like for the past 2 years, and it is still on shelf. And this might be the last copy of it for near my district to actually have this in since 2022, and now in 2024 I'm going to reveal it. This set is called the Skeleton Dungeon, set 21189. This thing has more than 300 pieces, and it is filled to the brim with lots of very intricate details and a lot of cute and very nostalgic play features. And revolves around the update of the Caves and Cliffs update, with starting with the Lushstone Caves and the Dripstone Caves, which is all connected by a single structure, which we haven't seen since the first few weeks of Minecraft itself, which is the dungeon, but this time it's a skeleton dungeon. In the back, we can see more of the play features and more of the environment that surrounds this entire playset. But as we can see, this set also includes four major minifigures and a little add-on minifigure in a little skeleton minifigure for the spawner. But this set includes the Cave Explorer and three skeletons. One of them being an enchanted skeleton, while the two others are basic normal skeletons that will spawn out in the wild or in the caves naturally. Now, without any further ado, let's build this thing. Okay, the box is actually... Oh, it's hard. Okay, now it's open. Okay, now, as we open this... This is a really old way of just making Minecraft boxes, so either very eco-friendly or very basic. But I would say it's very much a nuanced thing. Okay. Okay. So what we got in the box is bag 3. We have bag 1. We have bag 2, and of course, we couldn't forget about the instruction booklet, which has the newest design of instruction booklet, which is making Minecraft much more eco-friendly, including making their bags made out of paper instead of plastic, just to keep the environment much more safer and much less polluted. But as we can see, this is an entirely big set. So it may take some time, but you know what? With that all out of the way, in actuality, let's start building this set. Let's start with bag number 1. Hold on a minute. Let's put on some good old building music just to emphasize this thing. Buildings. Let's start building. are really good sets, and they are completely made of paper, which is making it so much easier just to make sets more grounded. Whoa, look at that. Haven't seen a lot of parts of this in a while. Especially this. If you guys don't remember, or if you guys haven't noticed, I actually got my first Minecraft set ever was actually the zombie dungeon, which happened like almost a decade ago. But now I'm going to build the newest version of a dungeon set, but this time in modern form. You know, I have another story to tell you. Is that I actually played Minecraft for almost 2 years, and I really gotten used to it. To the point that it's actually like a part of my soul. See? See that? This cave explorer has been completed. Now, let's start building the others. Starting with the skeleton. Head here. There. There's the bow. Actually a lot more harder than I thought. There we go. There you go. A skeleton has been made. Now, let's start building the set. This over, we complete the underside. Nope. Dream a little dream. When this way. little case right here, which we can make another skeleton style. On a one-by-one step. Square step, actually. Okay. There you go. Skeleton spawn has been completed. Now we put it into the set. That's another guy. I'll just fight him right now. Now, let's go on to bag number 2. Oh, now ads. pieces there are? There it is. That was the missing piece. Big cone piece right there. Oops. Big cone piece. And a big cone piece right there too. Take one. And this. There you go. That was a bit more looser. Now, let's start. There's the big piece. We did the next part right here. It's done. Well, my phone is done for, but that doesn't mean the entire thing has to be done. Now, let's start resuming. Brand new music. These pieces are representing vine, which you can find commonly in dungeon structures. blue. Now we use these translucent blue pieces, which shown in the light. It's really something beautiful. Just this. I mean, 5 of them. Such as here. Now, next time we start making the upper levels. I'm missing another dark blue, which is this.
Hello?
When you can just live your life and you can. When there's nothing that is comparable. The life that is here. You can extend. That's where. Maybe just actually have to expand this one out. What's this one? This is the one. In a second. Just this. Now, we put jumpers right here for mob use. There we go. Just like the instruction booklet. Now we built the wall. Look at these giant wall pieces. They're massive. There we go. You know, like almost all any other content creator we make it, they make their things in timeless. I'm just taking my sweet time with this set to really feel the use of it. And to truly experience what it's like to just play with a set that is making you really question and make you feel what the creators of the set want you to feel about these. is that it is a creative experience, a freedom experience, where you can quite literally build anything and let your imagination see through it all through a game that is designed for it. Last but not least is this. And now we put it into the set. This simple maths, right? Ooh. There you go. Just a moment. I don't think it's time to spin it around though, until it's actually finished. That is for this piece. A single one of these extra pieces can make a world of difference. There you go. Now you can see it. Look at that. Effective. Ooh. 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 But it's not over yet. We have still more pillar pieces to go through. This and these. We're still building the proportion of the dungeon right now. So it may take a bit of time. There we go. Now, let's start building the other parts. Which is the Dripstone Cave. I don't know. There we go. And finally, this giant block. Which is here. Which is right here. Which is this piece right here. Which is good. one of these, place right here. Now we go to the tick. Hello, Technic Axle. No, Technic Pin actually. Now stack them. Double that, and finally this little stopper, rubber. Now we put this thing right over here, on the edge. Awesome. Now, as we spin this around, let's make more of these, including jumpers right over here. Now we make its blocks, stalactite blocks, or dripstone blocks, to be precise. Right, it doesn't use the traditional pieces. It actually stacks pieces. Finally, we have this. Nope, now place it right here. And this piece. Oh yeah, these are actually the dripstone. This is the dripstone, or stalactite itself. Just being structured a bit differently, I suppose. Well, there's actually two blocks on each other. And finally, this piece. Just have finishing touches. Oops. There. But we can also swivel it around to the left just to have an accurate depiction of a drips, since they are usually very much diagonal in game. But these possibly work the other drips. Just for struggling with dripstone spikes. Stuff. 1, 2, 3. There we go. Pyramid pieces. Finally is right there. Right there. Now we play with the tracks. The trap itself will be consisting of these pieces, which is almost all technique. this actual Technic bed is actually very well camouflaged. Since they want to make it less obvious, then you would say like a very colorful block. So to speak. Yep. Yep. Now we put this Technic bit bubble on. There we go. There we go. We just need to put more of the little pieces again. So. Now we can finally put this piece into place right over here. Another play feature right here. This thing has a lot of different play features. But you know, something I only give, you know. I wish I knew something on, but I made you look. Can't make you look. Mom, you gotta say it out loud. No. There you go. The dripstone cave is nearly complete now. I love this so much. This is actually a really good learning experience. As you can see right here, the set is almost complete now. With a lot of pieces around it. Now we're going to the final bag of the day. which is mostly for the Lushline Cave. Lushline Cave is almost complete at this point. These contain the final 2 minifigures. Which is contain a lot of small pieces, actually. Now let's start building these two. We will basically make 2 skeletons. One of them is the normal skeleton, the other one is the special enchanted. So we can have their skeleton have a buddy now. Right? Now let's start making the second one. The fully enchanted one. Well, partially enchanted. Man, it is buried alive. Actually, let's clear some of these out, so that way it's much easier to look. This may take a while, but it is actually kind of worth it. There you go. The second skeleton has been made, and is the enchanted one, with an enchanted bow and an enchanted helmet for protection too. Now, just hold your bow, like so. Just be a little different. There you go. Oh no. There we go. There's the enchanted skeleton, the head honcho. Now that all the minifigures have finally been made, let's finally focus on finishing the set. Starting with the chest. This chest is... Come on. There you go. The chest has been made. It may take a while, but now we can fill it with the items, including a piece of bread, represented through nougat, medium nougat. Then we have the official music disc, which is a bit off base, but it's just how it is. I think they're trying to be as accurate as possible to the in-game counterpart. And finally, the bow. we go. That's the chest. Now let's build the torches. Translucent blocks. No, group them one by one studs. Square studs. Exact. Good one. Second stud right there. There we go. 2 torches. So we go to one of the blocks from that is introduced in this era of Minecraft, which is actually the copper block, the copper ore to be exact, the teal and brown colors. No, dark orange colors actually. Which is here. Now build a second layer on top of that. Last but not least is this. This right. Yep. But finally we need the jumper. Ooh, it's a close one. There we go. It's been made. That's the copper block. Now we build the lush cave. Yep. There's a little block right there. Oh, and so. Oh wait, that's not the right place. It's supposed to be placed right here. Place right there. Yep. Now we cover these. This block is actually representing an azalea bush. Or, no, a moss block, actually. And now when we put in this, it's now part of the lush caves. Now, just 2 more blocks. Which right here. Right there. Another one right beside it. Just to show it's actually going upwards. And the moss block is represents more of it. These jumpers representing its mossiness. Finally, we have the grass stem pieces. This is actually my first time getting these pieces at all in this set. My first one is actually being the red 6-prong one that goes in different directions from another set. But that's a story to tell another time. we build the azalea bushes. 2 of them. Look at these little tiny azalea bushes. They're so adorably done. Look how tiny. Whoa! Well, that was a bit of a reflex. Now we put more around it. Putting these. The flowers of the azalea. Of the azalea bush. Finally, putting this on top. Truly simple. Couldn't figure out one of these flowers. A little flower on there. Anyway. There we go. Done with that. Done with one. Now we build the second one. Just the exact same process. Almost. Another. Oh, yes. Now I can finally start with this. There we go. And this brings back so many memories back to my first time. This is the time when I just basically started Minecraft in general. So, great. The final part is that we need to put these things, these two. Ooh, not done yet. There we go. Finally putting this little round studs in the bottom to represent this branch, or its trunk actually. Finally, we put these things on the what? On the biome actually, and there we go. The lush cave has been. Well, it's not fully completed yet. There's still some little bit add-ons just to add some more pizzazz to the entire set. So now we build the final touches of both items. As you can see how long it takes to just build a single Lego set, which shows you more of the dedication that goes into making these sets in the first place, and what it takes for a builder to actually make something this intricate, so beautifully and so simply, so simple, but grand at the same time. We have both dripstone blocks, which represents them. The brown bit is actually a representation of what's inside of it, or the side decals of it. If it was pure on gray, it wouldn't actually appear good. But this, add on to the ground details of the model itself, shows you more of what the dripstone actually does look like in Lego form. That it's very much like brown color on top, but underneath it's more of a rock color. Now we put them on. we go. The play feature has been made. Which is this. Now, if I put my... You can say like an unexpected player just plays about in this area like they were mining for something. But that was when tragedy struck them. Like so. Get a face full of dripstone to the face. Or you can make it something very much like that. So, you know. This looks so inconspicuous, but at the same time, it looks much more like grand than it's supposed to be. But now we built the final step to this entire thing, which is, ironically, the drip leaves. The multiple drip leaves that we have for each piece. Like here. To build them, we had to follow these steps. And there are lots, too. Each of them have their own placement. There we go. Drip leaf right there. There we go. Right. There. One of them is finished. This thing actually placed near the water. It's right there. Where you can have the actual drip lead mechanic happen. Where it tilts downward. Like in game. Now for the rest. Which is represented from here. One of them in the water, and the other on ground. There we go. Nope. The second one actually uses a longer piece, since it is stockier than before, than the first one. Like so. See? It's bigger. Let's finish this off. There we go. Both of them are done. But actually, I'm going to do the thing that I should have, like... Ooh, an extra grass piece. Don't mind if I do. There we go. One of them is done. Put it into the set. Go. got the second one, which is right over. Oh no! Hit the box. Okay, here it is. Not again! I guess I have butterfingers. That's how it is, actually. Ow! I stubbed my toe too. And I am kind of clumsy little guy, am I? So old. Still so clumsy. It's just how the nature of rules that happens in the real world is like being predicted. You cannot expect the unexpected. An old wise man used to say that to me. Or like an old adventurer. But such is the life, isn't it? Such is the life. There we go. That second piece is done. Now we put it into here. But, you know, that's the best I can do. It looks good enough. Go. That's the final piece. This thing can be put right here. There we go. Oh, that might be a very faulty one. Let's try and put it on strong. That's a faulty piece. This one has a stronger grip. There we go. Now it's completely secure. And voila! The dripstone cave has been complete. With all, no, the entire Kings and Cliffs update all combined into one set. With the dungeon on the front, the dripstone cave on the side, and of course, the lushstone cave with all of its glorious features. Both of them actually, and of course the dungeon itself. Now we just have to put in the minifigures and the accessories too. Chest goes right there. Oh no, I broke the chest. No. Oh no, that is not very helpful. Oh, now I've done it. Let's try this again. There. There we go. Good. Now, let's try this again. Go. Chest has been completely secure now. Now, no complications. Boom! What a perfect set. It is kind of perfect with everything. Good play features, good aesthetics, good simplicity, good action, and good minifigures too, with massable and very detailed characters to boot. And these are the leftover pieces left, even a spare grass piece, which is actually kind of nice. There you go. Now that everything is things in their place, I can finally add in the other parts. Clean the copper block, just place right there the torches, just to present some lighting when exploring these caves, because they can be rather dark at circumstances. But that is how my intro is. It's an exploration as well as a creative experience. And now we just have to add the minifigures. As these guys finally spawn about. There we go. Oh, the Dripstone Cave actually. There we go. Finally, we had to put in the little minifigures, which is the skeleton itself. Which can be put in through here. Basically spawned in. Bit more. There we go. He's been added in, which spawns the enchanted skeleton. Woo! Whoa! Yeah. Woo! Look at that! Look at the play feature. Now you see him. Now you don't see anything, but now you do. No, now you don't see anything. Now you do. You don't see him. Now you do. You don't see him. Now you do. It's so simple. Oh yeah, I couldn't forget about the other features, can I? No, I can't. Now that we finally got a proper look of the figures now that everything has been completed, now let's finally review this stuff. Now, as you can see, these are actually really awesome inclusions. And for this entire set, there are about more than everything. More enough pieces just to go about. But this is how small and very much compacted it all is. Now, let's see it as close. As you can see, this entire set revolves around a lot of features that is centered around the entire update of the Kings and Cliffs update of Part 1. As you can see, there are, in fact, 2 biomes in this single set, as well as a structure in the dungeon. As you can see on top, we have a beautiful assortment for the Lush Caves and the Dripstone Cave, where they both seize their most very iconic features, with the Lush Cave having azalea bushes, as well as having torches around. Because the player has to traverse through this area, which will spawn mobs if not lit up. There's also lots of grass pieces, also pretty accurate to the game, and little drip leaves, where players can actually fall off even if they stand on it too long. Like so. let's say we have this figure just standing on the drip leaf, like so, until it starts to crumble, or basically drifts down, like so. That is how the figure is. It fell off, and and the more we look at it, it actually looks rather effective. Onto the Driftstone Caves, we have these stalagmites, which are actually kind of accurate to the game, since they are also diagonal in size and in shape. And also, there are lots of variations in them, so it's nice to see that Minecraft keeps on playing. No, seeing Lego actually representing Minecraft who is accurate depictions in game. Not to mention, this is actually really accurate to how it's modeled in the game as well. So props to you, Lego. Now, onto the juicy bit, onto the ground floor. Right here, as we can see more drip leaves being strewn about, and clay, which is represented through sand blue. As we can see, there is a big drip leaf right there, and little and taller drip leaves on top, which the player can definitely just fall into, like so. There's also a waterfall that goes down to here, which is represented through this little block right here, which is actually dripping downwards, which is accurate to the game too. Now, we can finally look at the dungeon itself. The dungeon is not too big, but is also kind of accurate to the game, because dungeons are usually very square-based and very basic in design. As we can see, these little patches of dark green right here are trying to represent mossy cobblestone. And of course, there's a chest, which contains a lot of valuable loot you can find in dungeons themselves. And as we can see, if you look inside here, the chest, which is based on the newest model of one, onwards, as we can see, this is a music disc of the music disc cat. It also contains a bone, which is represented through a skeleton dungeon, and finally a medium nougat colored item, which is representing bread, which is used for food. Bones can be used for a lot of things, and music discs are used for a single purpose, and it is also a treasure. Now, we can finally look at the dungeon more. As we can see, this is actually kind of beautiful, just to see the little skeleton minifigure that is actually inside the spawner, just representing how small skeletons are in those spawners themselves in minifigure form. And there's a little play feature right here where you can actually spin it around, like so, just like in game. Now let's look at the minifigures themselves. Starting off, we have this. We have this character, which is very beautiful for what it is. It is called, or their name is called the Cave Explorer, and as you can see, it has a lot of aesthetic appeals, especially since it is trying to be modeled as a cave explorer with the bright yellow jumpsuit and the headlamp on top, which is colored in teal blue, and on the back we see the brace and the cave explorer outfit too. Although it has no printing on the bottom, as unfortunate as it is still very much accurate to how it would be depicted in real life. And you can see it is they're holding a pickaxe, which is made out of iron, and another, which is a crossbow, just to use as a weapon against skeletons or long-range enemies. Now, let's look at these skeletons for size. Now, these skeletons are, basic, but they are used pretty effectively because they are mass horde mobs. As you can see, they hold a single bow in their hand that can be substituted for an enchanted bow or a normal bow if you like. But it is still very much a very spammable mob just to get, and it is very nice to get for collectors and just for like all intents and purposes, for great action and appeal in Minecraft itself. As we place them both down, let's look at the other figure, which is, of course, the little skeleton, which is in this spawner. As you can see, the spawner itself is not that impressive yet. But if we take up a skeleton on it, you can see how much it actually is. You can see the skeleton itself is actually very, very nicely detailed. With somehow they are able to, the Lego creator themselves, were able to actually put a 1x1 print on it, just to represent its face, and it's actually quite accurate, kind of like the microscale mobs they did back in the day. But overall, there's actually a second one you can actually make. Although they didn't give you an extra stud for the body, they can still give you an extra head just to make so. And you know what? It actually looks rather nice. So you can have two of them for like different purposes as well. Not just for spawners, but you can use them for like other custom models, if you wish, for Minecraft sets. Now, let's look at the exclusive figure in here, but it's still, although not exclusive as the Cave Explorer, it is still worth mentioning, which is the enchanted skeleton, which has a helmet just to protect it from the heat, if necessary, and the sun, because it burns up in sun. But it's also used for protection against like players, which will try to defeat it, but it will be taking it a lot more damage than a normal skeleton does, and also can deal a lot more damage based on its bow, which is represented right here. That is his bow. Actually, it's actually on the wrong side. There we go. Yep. Woo! And it is also enchanted, so you can know. But this is also actually kind of accurate to how skeletons would spawn in a spawner, because there are high chances where they actually have armor that will be enchanted and be harder to defeat for players. But that's how the mechanics with spawners actually work so effectively. They can use as a spawner or for a farm if they wish to use it for their own benefit. But now let's look at the play features of this set itself, which includes the spawning mechanic, which they can actually put on. If you put a skeleton right on this jumper right here, it can actually just spawns in like normal. You can spawn it through this little mechanism right here on the corner they represent a skeleton spawning in motion. Actually, it works better if I put it on this side. There we go. And you can see it right here. If I flip this around. Oh, it's actually kind of stuck. Okay, now let's try this again. Now you see how the mechanism works. If you flip this thing around, it actually sees the skeleton inside. But since you can really just diagonally up, right, it will get stuck sometimes. But if you put it in the right spot, it will work like a charm, like so. See? Looks like a charm. Like it just spawns it out of nowhere, just like in the game. And that's so simple, but so effective by the Lego creator just to make this mechanic actually work. Back in the day, they actually put this flipping mechanic just diagonally instead of doing horizontally, like they done here, which would make it very less obvious that a spawning mob would be appearing like out of nowhere, like from the wall. But this makes it so much more easier, like you can actually identify what is happening and what mob is spawning at which place without a moment's hesitation. And when you flip it and fast enough, it looks like it's just spawned there, like in game. And the final play feature, and you can see another thing right here, which is a little detail. There are actually little details around this dungeon that is represented through both biomes, which is one, there is a copper ore block right here in the dripstone cave, as you can see, which has dark orange as well as teal, just to represent its colors, just like in game. And it is also a great way of just looking and also explaining why the player would actually have a pickaxe for this occasion, since it will be mining ores and valuable treasure as well, and you can traverse through this area with relative precision and ease. There's also a little spore blossom with a bud in it, just under this clay block, just represent the overall growth of a lush cave has on an environment like this, as you can see, right here. But one of my favorite play features of this set is actually the drips. It's actually the dripstone mechanic. Oh yeah, I haven't noticed the dripstone cave. I've been explaining the dripstone cave close enough. As you can see, there are blocks right here that actually represents the dripstone cave in game, including this giant stalactite, which is representing the large dripstones that actually do appear in game, and actually attach itself from the ceiling to the ground, which is represented here. But one of my favorite features about this is actually the feature of the drop of the falling dripstone blocks that will happen when you pull on this lever right here, which is through a very simple mechanism right here. And if you pull on this to the side, it will actually do a very special feature like no other. But it has been mastered, but this one has been integrated into the playset pretty seamlessly, but also pretty beautifully, like so. As you can see, this player, it got hit by dripstones. Although it did not get hit, you can see it can be slide back and forth like so very easily, and it is thanks to this stopper right here and this axle piece, where it doesn't fully like go on and off. Like if you tilt on it on the side, it will not fall because of this, or it was hold in place the blocks like so. You can also put these things as like blocks on top, like so, just to present like not falling dripstones, but like dripstones that are on the ceiling as well, which is nice. And also players can actually fall on that and just die. But you can see it can get hit by that as well. But overall, this has been a beautifully done set. Oh yeah, I forgot to represent the vines. Couldn't forget the vine, can we? From the dripstone, no, from the lush cave itself, which is overgrown on this wall on the dungeon, which either can be represent that, or it can represent the vines that grow in dungeons themselves. But for all intents and purposes, this has been a phenomenal set for any player, for beginners, for experts, for Minecraft, for Minecraft newbies and Minecraft experts. That would definitely say that this set is definitely one of the most completed sets they have done in recent years. Not just through characters alone, but also through aesthetics, biomes, play features, simplicity, and as well as accuracy. I think a lot of people would love to have this set one day in their lives, just like I did with mine. And you know what? It's actually very nice. Very nice to have for once. And it is something I would recommend. Although it is actually quite cheap for what it is. Affordable price, but a decent at best. But for how much you get, this is actually really, really nicely done. And these are the leftover pieces that you get. You can get an extra piece right there and an extra grass piece too. Like that. ladies and gentlemen, is my review on the Lego Minecraft Skeleton Dungeon set from 2022. In 2024, I think these things either are about to be discontinued or are to be put are going to be very low quality and very hard to find now. But until next time, I think this is where we are going to end off our review. But just know that Minecraft doesn't end with just this set alone. There's so many more sets that this kind of concept can actually work well. But until next time, I'll see you later. Bye bye. And see you later, peeps.